You are tuned in to Kids
In the Pit.
Hey guys, it's Gabe from the Kids in the Pit podcast. Today I'm joined by Monique Pym from the band Reliqa, all the way from Australia. Thanks for letting me interview you.
Thanks for having me. It's such a pleasure.
Yeah, so what do you do in Reliqa?
So I sing. I'm the vocalist in Relica and I play piano sometimes too.
Oh, so you just do like backing if there's any like parts?
Yeah, pretty much just on songs that call for it. Yeah. But mostly I'm just the front person, as you usually see your other favorite bands do without the keys, but we have keys for some songs.
Nice. Yeah, I listened to one song. What was it called? I think it was the biggest. I think it was the most famous one.
Oh yeah. If it's on, was it on Spotify?
Yeah.
Could have been Doomed, could have been Mr. Magic. Some of those songs or some of the big could have been Terminal, like one of
Oh,
our newer ones.
Killstar.
Oh, Killstar, cool. That's the newest song we just dropped. Did you
Nice.
like it?
Yeah, it was pretty good. So I'm more into like hardcore than metalcore. It's a little more on the metalcore
Mhm.
side, but like
Definitely.
it's kind of cool that it's like not screaming at all. It's just your like normal just singing, just clean
Pretty
singing.
much.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
Also, it's interesting that like you can't really tell you're Australian when you sing, right? Like it just sounds like a normal, well, not normal, but it sounds like a
Mm,
American.
yeah.
Normal to us, American voice.
Yeah, exactly. Well, so many people say that too. Like, I mean, you wouldn't really know a band is from Australia until you look them up, until you ask them. Like,
Yeah.
because generally the Australian accent is kind of a mix, like somewhere in the middle between the English accent and the American accent. You know, we
Yeah.
borrow a little bit from both. So you wouldn't really know what that is. We could be a UK band, we could be a US band, but it's only when you hear us speak that you know.
Yeah. Very. Yeah, it's crazy. So where
Totally.
where in Australia are you at right now, and what time is it?
So right now it is just after 11 a.m. What time would it be for you?
So it's 9 p.m. Right here on Tuesday.
Wow. Oh, thanks for staying up past your bedtime.
No, I usually stay up till like 2 a.m.
Legend.
So
And
is
I'm
it
from Sydney.
oh nice. So
Yeah.
is it Wednesday or Tuesday there?
It is Wednesday, so I'm
Yeah, so it's nine.
I'm in the future for you.
Yeah,
Ooh.
it's 9 p.m. Yeah, 9 p.m. on Tuesday for us right now. So
Yeah. So when you go to bed and then when you wake up, eventually you'll have caught up to me. I know that's not how it works, but you'll be at 11 o'clock Wednesday at some time. You just got to wait a couple of hours.
so
It's great over here. You'll love Wednesday.
then you're 14 hours ahead, right? Because 9 to 11. Yeah,
That sounds about right.
plus 3 hours to 12, then plus 11, 14. Cool.
Yep.
Wow. So, what genre would you say your band is?
So, like you said, we're a bit more metalcore like aligned, but we like to call it progressive metalcore
Yeah,
because
it's kind of like
you
some prog elements.
yeah. Like you think of metalcore and often you think of like the harsh vocals, the screams.
Yeah,
But because we have that, it creates a bit of a progressive element to our music. So yeah, you've got a little bit of prog in there. And it kind of just creates something that feels quite fresh, I think. Like, you know, not to brag or anything, but it feels quite different. So yeah, we go progressive metalcore is generally the vibe we go for.
nice. Also, speaking of prog, do you know Pliny? Yeah, he's
Of
they're from
course.
Australia, and I really
Yeah.
like their.
But yeah, Pliny is Australian. He's such a legend. Like when you think of an Australian, just like the stereotype, right?
Yeah,
That's Pliny. Because
yeah, that's what.
yeah, seriously. And we actually toured with them a few years ago 2022. We toured with them and Carnival. Do you know Carnival?
No, I don't know Carnivore.
Oh,
But
cool. They're another Australian band. And Cog. Don't know if you know Cog. Yeah, see, these are all bands in the like more prog metal sphere. I'm not sure if you like prog
I don't.
metal, but
So the main like prog metal bands I like are Animals as Leaders and Pliny. I don't think I really like. I don't think I know any others
Mm.
really.
We love Animals as Leaders. They're great. They're actually touring over here right now, I
Oh,
think.
there.
Yeah, yeah.
I
A
saw.
couple of us are going to their show in a few days.
I saw that Animals as Leaders is doing a tour here in the U.S. eventually sometime.
Nice. Yeah,
Wait,
definitely go and see them if you can,
yeah,
because they're great.
pretty sure Pliny's on that, which will be really awesome.
There you go. Your two favorite prog bands in one place. Can't
Yeah,
miss
it'll be
it.
awesome. Yep. Yeah, I saw Pliny with my dad in Philly, which was
Cool.
really just it was just awesome. It's so good live, and like he had
Yeah.
some like elements to the songs that weren't recorded, and it's just he's insane. I don't know how he can do
Yeah.
it.
Just magical. It's like they're so laid back too. You'd think that that kind of music, you really need to be focused and, like very serious about the music that you make. But Pliny's just chilling. He's just vibing to the
Yeah.
music. And it's just like, it's just cool to see.
I'm not sure if he's human because he's so good at it. I think he might be like a
So
spy.
true.
I think he might be a spy from like another planet or something.
I
'Cause,
would believe it.
yeah,
I
because
think you're onto something
I
here.
I don't think that's human ability. I don't think it's just insane. I don't know how you can
hmm
do it.
Some people are brought here as a gift,
Yeah,
and I think Pliny is one of those people.
for sure. So, what year did Reliqa start, and were you always in the band?
Yeah, so we actually started, I guess we could say we were around your age. How old are you, Gabe?
12.
Yeah, we were around your age when we met. So myself and my bandmates, we weren't bandmates yet. We were just friends in high school. Because here in Australia, I know you have middle school, right?
Yeah.
We don't have middle school. We just go primary school and high school. And our high school starts at about 12 years old.
Wow.
So we met in what would be middle school for you, but high school for us. And we technically started around the year 2012. We started like making music together, jamming in the garage, like very casual stuff, just friends making music. But
Yeah.
we actually created Reliqa. Like we made the band something real, probably around our senior years of high school. So that would be about 2017, 2016. And yes, I've always been in the band to answer your question. Yeah, it's been a huge part of my life ever since I was your age. And now here we are, probably about, well, it's 2024 now. And so we started in 2016. I'm not very good at maths. That's 8 years.
Yeah.
8 years? Six,
Wow.
seven, eight, nine,
Wait,
10. Yeah,
how
1, 2, 3.
how old are you now?
So I'm 25.
So you're a little bit more than double my age.
Oh, there you go. Wow, you're making me feel old. But I know you've talked to a lot of people who are definitely older than me.
Yeah, for sure.
Everyone in the music industry that we work with, they all see us like when we play shows with bands. Like we played with Hailstorm just recently. Do you know the band Hailstorm?
Nah.
No? Oh, I think you'd love them. They're really cool. But they're from the States. They're from Nashville. And they came over to Australia and we supported them on their Knotfest side shows. Do you know the festival Knotfest?
Yeah. So is Knotfest just like a tour that they go all around, kind
So
of?
yeah, when they bring Knotfest to Australia, they do it along the East Coast. So they do Brisbane, Sydney, and Melbourne.
Yeah, 'cause those are the biggest cities, right?
The main capital cities, yeah. Like, because there's also like some tours go to Adelaide, some tours go to Perth,
Yeah, Perth's on the
but
west
they're
coast, right?
out, yep, on the west. And given how big Australia is, it's just very expensive to go there. If you're thinking about all these like massive gear trucks and everything like that that need to haul all of the production all the way across the country, it takes
Yeah.
days and days to get there and so expensive. So usually Knotfest just does the East Coast and they have the same lineup. It's just a touring festival basically.
Nice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm.
So I assume Slipknot usually plays it because it's not
Yeah,
fest.
so we've had Knotfest. We're coming up on the third Knotfest that we've ever had here because it originated, I think, where you are in the States,
Yeah, I
with
assume.
Slipknot.
I assume it started in. They're from Iowa, right?
In
Yeah.
Iowa, yeah, I would say so, yeah. But so when we got it, we only got it a few years ago, and they've done 3 of them so far, I think, and Slipknot have been part of 2. So this year they weren't on it. Instead, we got Disturbed and Pantera.
Nice. I know. Yeah. Like, I'm not a huge fan of Pantera, but they're like fine.
Hmm.
I mean, the song "Walks" not that bad.
Classic, just a good riff.
Janidat, janidat, janidat,
That- That's it. Do you play? Do you play guitar?
Yeah, I play guitar. I play drums, I play bass, and I sing.
Nice. You got a whole band right there.
Pretty much.
Are you
And
in a band?
yeah, so I played bass in my dad's band, and we just got back from England, which was awesome.
What?
Yeah, so we just
Right on.
went across, and it was awesome. So we went to Sheffield, Newcastle, Bristol, and Plymouth. The
That's
Plymouth
so cool.
So the Plymouth like club, it was tiny. It was like a tiny basement, maybe 50 people could fit in it. We just played on
Wow.
the ground. There was like I think one of the PA systems was like messed up. It
Oh,
was a completely DIY, just like crazy space.
sometimes those are the best times though, aren't
Yeah,
they?
it was really cool.
It's so intimate. Everyone's really enjoying themselves.
Yeah, it was just right underneath like a bar. It was insane.
How cool. Good for you, man.
Yeah, it was a very cool place. I'll have my mom send you a video of me playing with them.
Please. I'd
It's
love to
very fun.
see.
And sometimes I do backups for them. Like I'll do certain parts.
Good on you.
Yep.
Keep at it.
Yeah, I will. So do you have a favorite song to perform live?
At the moment, it's probably the song that you actually mentioned before. It's called Killstar. It's the newest song that we put out. So I think the part of the reason I enjoy playing it live the most is because it's so fresh, like we only played it a handful of times for people and it's because when you've had songs out for a couple of years and you've been playing them over and over, like it's fun, but of course like you want to play something new. So yeah, I love this. I love the new song Killstar. It's really fun to play and it has like a tempo change halfway through and it just gets really groovy. So I really just enjoy getting into that because I I sing for Reliqa, but I also rap. Like part of the vocals that I do is like I have a little bit of rap in there.
Hmm.
So I really enjoy any songs where I get to rap. Those are really fun.
Yeah, I'll have to listen to more songs and like I can
Totally.
rap.
Well, we've got an album coming out next month, so maybe you can start fresh with that.
Nice. Yeah.
Yeah, it's very metalcore-y. I know you said you like hardcore more, but
Yeah.
yeah, it's a little bit Silent Planet. Not sure if you know them, like
Yeah.
a couple of
I
those like
I
metalcore bands.
I like some metalcore. Do you know Counterparts?
I do. I love Counterparts.
Yeah, have you ever seen them? Have they come to Australia yet?
They've definitely come to Australia. I'm trying to think if I've seen them or not. I reckon I've seen them maybe a few years ago. I just can't think of it. But I do know that they're really cool. And if
Yeah,
I haven't seen them, I'll definitely try to. I think
yeah,
I might have seen them supporting someone, like
probably.
someone like Bring Me the Horizon or something. Do you like Bring Me the Horizon?
I haven't heard them that much, but like, I don't know. They're fine.
Yeah. Mm.
But yeah,
You know your style. I respect it.
yeah, I sing with Counterparts in Philly. So you know the song "The Disconnect."
Yeah.
So for the end part, he let me sing it in front of a crowd, and that was like
That's
really.
amazing.
They were opening up for the Devil Wears Prada, I think. Yeah, Devil
Yeah.
Wears Prada and Fit for a King.
Good
Yeah,
for a king? Yeah, definitely. Oh, that's
those
so
two.
cool.
I
Yeah. That
I
sounds
don't
like an amazing time.
yeah I don't really know Fit for a King and The Devil Wears Prada, but like we didn't really watch. And we watched a few songs for one of those shows, I think. I mean, I think we watched like one song and then checked them out.
Yeah,
But I don't know. I'm not a huge fan.
that's cool.
Yeah, Counterparts is awesome. So, what was the first concert or show you attended, and how old were you?
Okay, first, I'm going to give you two answers because one of them you're going to laugh at me, and the second one you might not laugh at me. Okay, the first one, my very first concert that I went to was Coldplay, and it was in 2012.
I mean, they're not bad. Like,
I'm so glad you say that. I actually
they're
love
fine.
Coldplay. I have a very soft spot for Coldplay. I love heavy music. Don't get me wrong. I make heavy music, but you know those like little guilty pleasures?
Yeah.
Yeah. Coldplay is one of them for me. I saw them in 2012, and I absolutely loved it. It was the most amazing experience. But the second answer I'll give you is my very first metal show, and that was, do you know the band of Mice and Men?
No.
Okay, well, they're probably maybe a little bit before your time. They're still going today, but they were a really big metalcore band from like in around like 2013, like 2010. They were doing really well.
Wait,
And they came over here for Soundwave Festival. Did you ever hear about that?
no.
Again, might be a little bit before your time. That's an epic heavy metal festival that Australia used to have. We had stacked lineups, you know, Metallica, Paramore, we had Linkin Park over here, Evanescence, like System of a Down. We had so many amazing bands come here, but they
Wow.
were doing a slideshow for their Soundwave. So I went to go see them with the Devil Wears Prada that you actually mentioned. They Devil Wears Prada was supporting and the band Atreyu and
Oh,
of Mice and Men.
I interviewed someone from Atreyu, right?
I don't
Yeah.
remember his name.
Nice. Yeah, they're
Oh,
cool. Yeah, because that was an amazing concert. That was also my first time, you know, standing like in the pit. So I feel like that when people ask me what my first concert was, I feel like that's a better example because you know it's a different energy when you're in the pit. It's so much fun.
yeah. The funny thing is like all of these bands that you're mentioning, because they're like metalcore and I don't know that much. You're like, do you know
Yeah,
them? And I'm like, nah, I
maybe
don't know
you're
like any of these. Oh yeah,
maybe one day you'll listen to a band, a metalcore band, and you'll be like, you know what? Metalcore's all right. You might go through a bit of a metalcore phase one day. When you do that, come back to me. I've got plenty of recommendations for you.
So yeah, I interviewed Travis Miguel from Atreyu.
Nice.
Yeah,
Yeah, cool
because
band.
so the reason we got to get his contact is he was starting another band called Fake Figures, and they're like smaller, and
That's right.
someone had his contact, and we knew that person, so then we were able to get him on, and it was pretty cool.
Cool. You're all over it.
Yeah, it's awesome. So, what is your favorite place you've ever played a show?
Favorite place? Oh, I can answer this one. The favorite place that I've ever played a show was at a venue called the Hordern Pavilion here in Sydney, actually. And you wouldn't think that I'd say a hometown show, but that was really special to me because I've been going to the Hordern Pavilion for shows like forever, you know. It's a massive room. It was probably about 7,000, 6,000, 7,000 people, something like that, and it was sold out. We played it supporting the band Baby Metal. Have you ever heard of them?
Yeah, they're Japanese, right?
They're a Japanese band, yeah, and they
Yeah.
came and toured here in Australia last year. So it was such an honor to play not only with them, but in that venue because like no, I've been part of that crowd for so long. So being on that stage, it just felt like, you know, like a big rite of passage, you know. Do you have any local venues that you go to all the time to see live music?
Yeah, so I mean, there's this one we really like called Underground Arts in Philly, and
Yeah.
that place is really cool. Um,
Yeah. So you have a bit of a connection to that venue, right?
yeah, and there's also
Yeah.
the Auto Bar in Baltimore. That place is like a little club. It's
Nice.
cool. My first
Yeah.
my first crowd surf and first stage dive were both at Underground Arts.
Oh, cool. Well, there you go. So you have memories like at that venue. So yeah,
Yeah.
that's what I mean about this venue. It was just so special to play there.
But also like it's just an awesome venue. Like there's a really cool atmosphere. It's like
Yeah.
it's underground in two ways because it's like where underground music plays, but it's also
Yeah.
literally underground.
How cool. I love that.
Yeah, so like you walk into this like doorway. You go into into these stairs that have like black lights everywhere and it's all like glowing. And you just go down into the venue and then there's just like this little stage maybe a foot or two high and it's a little place. It's like maybe 400 people, 400 500
Yeah.
people. And
Yeah.
it's just very cool there.
I love it. Yeah, that's so cool. Well, hopefully you and your band get to play there if you haven't already.
I mean, I guess I did. So I played there, but not. It wasn't my one of my bands. So there's this band called Pieballs. They're like, I don't know what to call them. They're like really, they're like kind of almost emo, but they're like very like poppy. They're like very like silly. I don't know how to explain it, but they let me play.
Yeah.
They let me play one of their songs on guitar, and it was very cool. And it was at that venue.
Cool. Well, I reckon that counts.
Yeah.
I think you've ticked that off the bucket list.
I mean, I do want to play there in an act in like a band and play a whole set there eventually.
All right. All right. I think you will.
Yeah, I think this counts for now.
Definitely.
So, what is the strangest thing you've ever eaten?
Oh my God. Let me think. Look, I don't like to take risks when it comes to the food I eat. When it comes to, oh, you know what? Okay, if we're talking strange, I guess maybe have you ever seen those like really spicy like hot sauces?
Uh,
Really
yes.
spicy. Yeah, yeah, I don't know. I have a friend who has like an enthusiast, like he's an enthusiast for hot sauce. And this is going to be the lamest answer ever because, like I said, I don't make any risks. But I tried this hot sauce and I'm not going to repeat the name of it because it had a very vulgar name. But I guess that was probably the strangest. I tried like the tiniest bit and my mouth was burning for the rest of the day. That's probably it for me, honestly. I'm not that fun when it comes to that sort of thing.
And so at there's this festival kind of near it. I mean, it's a bit of a drive. It's called Furnace Fest. Have you ever heard of
Oh
it?
yeah.
Yeah.
I haven't heard of it, but I think I have an idea about what you're about to say.
So we were there and like so it's like a music festival, but there was this like hot sauce company there. I wanted like they had their own merch tent there, and
Mhm.
they let me like try some of them, and I slowly worked my way up until like my mouth was just on fire, and I was like, yeah, I can't take this anymore. I'm
Some of
done.
them are actually insane. I don't understand
Yes.
why it's enjoyable, you know? It's more of just a challenge than anything.
Yeah,
It's like,
kind
do
of.
people eat this? Do people eat this on their in their chili? You know, like that's not fun.
Yeah. I mean, I guess some of it does taste good once you get past the spice because I guess yeah, so one of them it was like a blueberry one, so it tasted like
Ooh,
blueberries, but it also tasted like my mouth was on fire.
that's kind of cool.
It
I
was
feel
very
like
odd.
that'd be kind
But
of nice. Yeah.
also my friend, his name's Lachlan, he came to Furnace Fest from Australia, and we like so he could fly into where we lived for way cheaper because the festival's in Birmingham, Alabama, and the airport is tiny, so it's so expensive to fly there.
Yeah, fair enough.
But yeah, so he just rode down with us, and we're pretty good friends with him. And he brought some Australian snacks for us to try. And
Yeah?
I tried shapes. I tried he made fairy bread for me.
Fairy bread is so good.
Else
Did you
was
like it?
Yeah, it was. So I don't like. I'm. It's not probably not something I would eat all the time, but like I like.
No.
It was good. It was like it was pretty good. But
It's more of a um like a kids party thing. It's like
it
if you go
was
to like a little nephew's birthday party, they usually have fairy bread there and it's just so good.
yeah.
Yeah.
He
Did you have
the
Tim
same
Tam?
comment. Yeah, I did have Tim Tams, and they were awesome. I love.
They're great.
So I heard you can take Tim Tams and you can drink. You can like drink milk through it.
Yep. That's called a Tim
I
Tam Slam, my friend.
I didn't do
Tam
that,
Slam.
but
You
now
bite it
I
on one corner, and then you bite the other corner, and then you sip like tea or hot chocolate or coffee, and it's like a straw. Pretty good.
wow, that's awesome.
Mm.
Yeah, that's So
That's a
wait,
little side note.
do you have another interview in 5 minutes?
No, I actually don't. You're my only one this morning. I have another one
Okay.
tonight.
Good, because yeah,
Thank you for
uh,
checking though. I'm
just
all
wanted to
good.
make sure because it's at
Yeah, you're my
9:30.
last one. Yeah,
Just wanted to make sure yeah.
of course.
Yep. So what was your favorite American TV show growing up? If you like watched American TV shows. If you didn't, just like saying any TV show.
Of course I watched American TV shows. It's all that we watched
I mean,
pretty
it's
much.
kind of we're kind of like we have a lot of entertainment is us.
That's right. You guys are the standard.
We
So
have a lot of movies.
I loved The Simpsons.
Yeah, since cool.
Yeah, that was definitely my favorite growing up, I think.
Yeah. I don't know if I should be watching it, but I really, really like Family Guy.
Oh yeah. That's a funny one as well.
There are some kind of inappropriate jokes, but
Definitely.
it's a really well made show.
I appreciate that you like the production value behind it. You know, that shows you're
Yeah,
smart.
it's just a really cool. I,
As long as you watch
uh,
it with a grain of salt and you don't repeat anything you heard, usually it's okay.
yeah. So if you could travel to the past or to the future without risk of like dying or messing anything up, what year would you
Ooh.
travel to?
Oh, the past or the future. That's tricky. I think I would first answer that comes to my head is I would travel to not 1999, I would travel to 1969 and I would go to the Woodstock 69. Woodstock
Oh,
99 was crazy and like a mess, but Woodstock 69 was peace and love. And I just think that would be so fun to go and watch that.
wow. So we actually have a friend, he saw Woodstock 99,
Oh yeah?
and it's crazy. Like, because didn't Fred Durst from Limp Bizkit, didn't he like ride on a door or something?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, because they were playing break stuff and people were literally breaking stuff. You know, it's like,
Yeah.
whoa, these are just lyrics. Don't listen to it.
Wait, where is Woodstock, New York? Yeah, it's
It was in an airstrip, like an old abandoned airfield, I think.
wow.
So yeah, it was a crazy time.
Yeah. Wait, was 99 the last one?
Yeah,
Wow.
at least as far as I know. They might try and bring it back one day, but people will say, please don't do that.
For sure.
Leave it in the past, you know, let it happen.
Wait, was it every 10 years?
I don't know. I don't know too much apart from that it was in the year 1969 and it was also in 1999. I think those were the only two Woodstocks, but
Yeah, so I
yeah,
guess wait, are they gonna do it in 2029? Because that's 30 years.
well, maybe. I guess we'll have to wait and see. Maybe you know what? The second answer to your question is travel forward to not to 2029 and see if they're doing a Woodstock. Or maybe I'll just put it on myself. We'll
Yeah.
just fulfill the legacy.
Yeah, I'll come to Australia for it. Let's go. Let's put it
Cool.
on.
Yep. Done. Let's do it.
Only 5 years away. Let's make a
I'll see you in 2029, mate.
no, we're gonna make a Woodstock in Australia, and I'm gonna drink a ton of Tim Tam Slams.
Yes, good. Amazing.
Yep, it's gonna be awesome. So, if you could tell your 12-year-old self anything at all, what would you tell her?
I would tell her that congrats, you're doing the band thing, you know? Like cuz
Yeah,
like I said when I was 12, I had only just started, you know, meeting my friends in high school and started becoming like a fan of heavy music as well. Um and I think with that in mind, you know, with like because it's a pretty scary thing is to be vulnerable. As you know, when you get on stage, like you have to be vulnerable. You have to show like a part of yourself, you know, like singing lyrics that you wrote and thinking that you're no good, thinking that people aren't going to like it and stuff. And I think so I would probably just tell her like, hey, don't worry, it's going to work out. This is going to be an amazing part of your life in 15 years, however, 13 years. So just keep at it. And I guess I would just say don't take yourself too seriously, because I think that was something that can be a bit of a downfall as you're growing up and becoming a teenager. You start to think that everyone in the world has all eyes on you, and you just feel so exposed, I guess, and you feel like really angry about it. So I think I would just tell her to, you know, wear her heart on her sleeve, and just don't be afraid to enjoy things and have fun with the music rather than trying to make it all serious all the time. I think that's something that I would tell her. Yeah. That's
Nice.
something I've learned in my 20s.
Cool. So, anything to add before we wrap it up? That's a tongue twister.
That is a tongue twister. Oh, I guess I'd like to say thank you for taking the time. It means a lot to be able to chat to the younger generation, especially. I didn't know you were going to be 12 years old until this morning. I was like, no way. Like, I thought you were just going to be regular Dave, 30-year-old that I always chat to. But no, this is really cool. And I hope that when our album comes out, it's called Secrets of the Future. I hope that when it comes out on May 31st that you have a listen and you enjoy it. I know that metalcore isn't necessarily your favorite genre, but you might find something on there you like.
I'll definitely listen to it.
Cool. I'm so glad. And when we come over to the States, I will make sure to shake your hand.
Yeah, and we'll make sure to come to a show.
Absolutely.
If there's one in Washington D.C., Baltimore, New Jersey, or Philly, we'll come to it.
Cool. I'll put them top of the list.
All right. Yep. All right. Well, thanks to Monique. Said.
Yep, that's it.
Yep. Thanks to Monique for joining me today, and thanks to all you for watching and listening. Please subscribe to my YouTube channel and follow me on Spotify and other streaming platforms. Until next week, bye.
Thank you so much.